If you've been paying attention, you know the Lakers had an unbelievable month of March. They went 15-2 in the month. Luka Doncic averaged 37.5 points in the month of March. Meanwhile, the top-seeded Thunder are the first team this year to 60 wins. They have a 2-game lead on the Spurs. So as we sit here every single morning and take the temperature of the Lakers and figure out what is this team capable of doing, Tim, I never know what to make of games in early April in the NBA. Like, what, if anything, can the Lakers do tonight that will make you think differently of what they might accomplish in the next 6 weeks?
The Thunder will give you the 1 of 82. Bull crap. Do not buy that. This game means something. It means something. Shea doesn't want to talk about MVP, but he does want to win it. I promise you that. He'll be ramped up for that. And the Thunder are playing for the top seed in the West. They've got the Spurs right on their heels. This is a Thunder team that will be rested, will be ready, will be ramped up. If the Lakers, coming off of what they did in March, can go to OKC and win on the road under those circumstances, that is absolutely 100% a statement game. What they did in March made us take the Lakers seriously as an upper-tier West team. Win tonight, and we're talking about them as right there, elite with San Antonio and OKC.
What do you think, Al?
I love it because I know what you're doing. You're juicing the game up. That's what we like to do. We want to make it a big game. We're at game, 77, 78. They're going to play them again on Tuesday, by the way. Is that another statement game?
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is,
yes.
If you're either team, you're not showing too many cards here. You're not going to go all out. You're going to play and play hard, but there's not going to be anything about, hey, this is a precursor to what could be a conference finals matchup or any of that stuff, because you don't want to do that. You do want to win, but this isn't going to tell us one thing or another, I don't think. Not this late in the season. I don't think you make statement games about the other team you're playing. You make the statement about yourself, and that's what the Lakers want to do, is make that statement that this run is legit, and we proved it by not just beating some soft scheduled teams, but also the defending champs.
Yeah, I'm looking at the standings. The Lakers have a 1.5 game lead on Denver right now to stay in the 3. And I think the difference between the 3 and the 4 feels big. The first round, I'm not exactly sure who you'd rather play in that spot. But obviously, it avoids OKC in that second round. And while I love what San Antonio is doing, I'm assuming teams would rather play them than OKC in the second round of the playoffs.
But you're also,
the Lakers want to stay 3, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they certainly do. Now, again, it's all about just showing out what are you about. But I'm not, like, I don't see JJ, pulling out all the stops and finding ways to slow down SGA like that. I don't know if you're exposing all of that with the idea that we're going to see each other in another month.
Fair enough. But if we wake up tomorrow morning and the Lakers have won this game, Tim, will your perspective be, you know what? Maybe there is a little more cooking here than I thought that there was even before they went out on that floor?
I think you guys are making grand assumptions that OKC's. I looked at the standings this morning. They're only 2 games up on the Spurs. They haven't clinched anything.
That's right.
If the Lakers win this morning, OKC's top spot as a top seed
they want the
is
game.
very much in jeopardy.
No, Tim. But I'm not arguing they don't want the game. They want the game, but I don't. What does it tell us? I don't think it tells us anything now. Not this late in the season.
My point is 3 or 4, we don't know who you're going to see in the second round yet because we don't know who that top seed is going to be. But again, 15-2 in March, and it wasn't all against soft teams, right? They beat the Wolves. They beat the Knicks. They put together some really nice wins in that stretch. But again, to do it on the road against the defending champs, absolutely, that deserves respect, attention, and I'm pretty sure you'll be talking about it in the morning, Greeny.
By the way, you look at the top 4 teams in the West, and it's the last column in the standings, is their last 10 games. In their last 10 games, and I know there are a lot of teams that aren't even playing right now, so you have to take some of it with a grain of salt. But the Thunder in their last 10 games are 9-1. The Spurs are 10-0. The Lakers are 9-1, and the Nuggets are 8-2. So all these teams are hot right now as we head into this last week and a half here, where, as we just pointed out, a few things are left to be sorted out. Alan and Tim with us this morning. Hey, Tim, ho-hum 37-point night from Jamal Murray last night, including the buzzer beater with a triple-double from Jokic. Denver won its 7th straight. We've talked a lot lately about a lot of teams. Are we sleeping on a Denver Nuggets team that could make a run deep into June?
Nobody sleeps on Joker and Jamal Murray. This is a team that pushed the Thunder to 7 games last season. They've been lurking as a potential contender all season long, but there's got to be a little bit of D in Denver. This team stinks defensively. If that doesn't change, they will get bounced in the second round.
All right, I'm looking at them. They're probably locked in as the 4 seed, which means they will probably play Oklahoma City in round 2.
That's why when you ask, can they get to a conference final, the answer's got to be right now, no, it's improbable because of who they'd face in the second round. But they've gotten better. They've gotten healthy later in the year, which was important, makes their defense better. But they've had a soft schedule of late. But they've got Oklahoma City. They still have 2 more against the Spurs.
My memory is sometimes not. They played 7 games with OKC just last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
that series went 7.
They have what it takes, but I don't know if it's still enough. And in the second round against the Thunder, that's the tough matchup for them. If they got to a conference final, I might think more of it.
All right, let me go to the next one here and talk about Paul George and the Sixers. He scored 39 yesterday, his highest total as a Sixer. Is this a team that you think could be one that could surprise someone in round 1 of the NBA playoffs?
They're on my list of, I think in the East, there's a potential Dragon Slayer at the bottom of the bracket. They're one of them. Charlotte's one of them. Don't sleep on that team. And Atlanta, which, by the way, is climbing the ladder right now late in the year, is another. One of them is, and if I'm the Knicks and I'm looking at the standings because the Knicks aren't playing great basketball right now, this is one team with their backcourt I'd want to avoid.
The Sixers right now are on a flat-footed tie with Toronto in that 6-7. And the difference there is a doozy, obviously. One, you're in the play-in, and the other one, you are comfortably into the playoffs. Are you buying the Sixers as a team that could win a playoff round?
Yeah, I mean, they've got the top-end talent where you have to take them seriously as a threat. So, sure, I'll buy that, but not based on anything that they did against the terrible tanking Lizards last night. Lizards with an L because there are no W's in Washington.
Okay, so let me get back to the Celtics.
I am stealing that.
We showed you a full highlight earlier this morning, and the Celtics is dominating Miami. You had Jason Tatum with a triple-double. You had Jaylen Brown with 43 points. And so I'll ask the question exactly as I did earlier today to you, Tim. If these guys are going to play like this, can anybody in the East beat them?
They're the clear-cut favorites, and not only if they play like this, but if Jason Tatum continues to get better, if he continues to round his way into form as he returns from a 10-month Achilles rehab. This is a remarkable story. Star power, system, proven champions, and not peaking yet.
Let me put the full screen up here just because I love seeing these names. So if I could see C19 up there, Matt. They're going for the 40 points and a 25-point triple-double in the same game. They had never done it before. The last Celtic duo to do it, Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. So we're talking about, I mean, the all-time greats, right? The greatest of the great. And that's where we are. And to his point, Jason Tatum is still playing his way into form. Right. I keep saying it. Knick fans come up to me in the street, hey, could this be our year? Who the hell is beating these guys if they're going to look like this?
Yeah, looking like that, no one's beating them in the East because of what they're, and again, it's the fact that you're expecting Tatum to continue to get better, to progress, which he has already accelerated his return far faster than anybody expected, maybe even he expected. That's the good part. Also, to me, there's a little bit of revenge factor in this team. Not only were they defiant about, oh, no, we're not taking a gap year. That's not what we do here in Boston. Not only were they doing that all year, and Jaylen Brown said, I'm just going to play like an MVP this year and make sure my team stays in the hunt. They didn't just stay in the hunt. They won 50 games, and they're going to get the 2 seed in the East. But you add this player, and then you think of the memory of last year. And you know that was a bitter ending for the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. And maybe, just maybe, all of this is giving them a little extra, I don't know, eye of the tiger. Yeah. Maybe they are starting to feel like the Celtic dynasty is not dead. And if they can win the East, a 3rd finals appearance in 5 years, that'd be pretty impressive.
They're locked in right now at 2. They won't catch Detroit, and they won't get caught by the Knicks. So we'll see. They'll wind up getting whoever comes out of that first team in the play-in, which could be, you talked about Charlotte, it could wind up being them. That's a tough first-round matchup.
Team.
I think the Celtics are going to be the team to beat in the East without any question. And then we get to the West. There's a very